The Sigma Art 18-35 is an incredible lens with a lot of bokeh. That would be down to its f1.8 aperture. f1.8 is really fast for any zoom lens, let alone a wide-angle zoom lens. Why am I making such a big deal over a fast wide-angle lens? Well, if you're doing landscape establishing shots during the day, there's not a lot of benefit. However, if you're filming at night, this will help you get a cleaner image in low light situations. Now, maybe you're using a camera with really good low light, but there's another use. It's very generally accepted that if you want to get a shallow depth of field with a zoom lens, you shoot at 50 to 70mm or more telephoto. But using different focal lengths changes how your background looks. The larger the focal length that you use, the more compressed your background will be. What if you don't want your background being compressed, but you still want a shallow depth of field? Well, with this lens, you can have both. This is also useful if you're going to be filming in tight spaces. A telephoto lens won't give you a wide enough shot because you won't be able to get far enough away from your background. You'll have to use a wide-angle lens. But with the Sigma 18-35, you can use a wide-angle lens and still have a nice shallow depth of field. I think I may have talked about the aperture enough for now. The build quality of the lens is excellent. It's a mixture of rubber, metal and plastic. All of the materials feel high quality and overall the lens feels very robust. Sharpness is excellent, which you'd expect from a Sigma art lens. There's also very little chromatic aberration or distortion. The lens also internally zooms, which would be very helpful if you were going to use it with a matte box or something. The focus ring has a good enough throw, and happily, unlike the 24-105 art, it's nice and thick and it's at the front of the lens. This is a much better setup for manually focusing. The lens comes with front and rear caps, a lens hood and quite a nice case for storing the lens in. In terms of electronics, the autofocus is good. For video, it's not quite as fast as a Canon STM lens, but it's still fast enough to be useful in a lot of situations. The lens doesn't have any image stabilization, which I suspect is down to the f1.8 aperture. There's just not enough room to fit in image stabilization components. But the lens is a wide angle, so really it's not the end of the world. This would be a lot more of a problem with the 50-100 f1.8 art. Overall, the Sigma 18-35 is an amazing wide-angle zoom lens. It doesn't really have much competition that can rival its f1.8 aperture. It's definitely worth the £500 that I spent on it. If you found this video useful, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing so as not to miss any new videos. See you later.